taking on your GRCC Raiders. Let's meet the starters and coaches for both teams. First for Lake Michigan College. Number 0, Jaden Johnson. 1, Kayla Gatewood. 2, Malik Raines. 5, Champ Payton. 32, Siobhan Swansea. Head coach Ricky Hinton. Assistant Jake Stahl. Now for your GRCC Raiders. Number 1, Ty Thomas. Number 3, E.J. Bowman. 9, Lucas Pitch. 10, Gaden Uxlow. 33, Matt Richards.
And with that, we say a warm welcome back in here on the GRCC Sports Network, part 2 of our doubleheader action here tonight. We previewed it a little bit earlier. This one, a battle for sole possession of first place in the Western Division in the NCCAA, here between GRCC and Lake Michigan College. About ready to get this one kicked off. LMC in those black uniforms today, with the striped red, white, and black pattern around the outside. Again, they kind of look like Bulls uniforms, to be honest with you. The River Raiders in those home whites tonight, here live from Gordon Hunsberger Arena. Here we go. Another conference showdown, and this one means a little bit more. Winner could claim sole possession of first place in the conference. As they barrel inside before reversing out to the three-point line, Gatewood. No options there, so they'll try it again on the opposite end. A pump from 3, Raines pulls it in. Can't drop it through in the paint. Rebound pulled in by GRCC, eyeing it into the front court. Wearing number 3, looks tonight for GRCC. It's E.J. Bauman. Bauman a jab, will fade, and will fill it. E.J. Bowman with his first 2 of the night. A fade and then all nylon along the baseline. LMC on the opposite end will set up. Looking for the first points of the game on their end. Thompson kicks out, 3 on the way, off the front of the rim. Malik Raines trying to rein in a 3, kicks out to the big man. It's Matt Richards. Product of Byron Center High School. Towering presence for CC down low. And a great shooting team all year long because they are dynamic in the way they can score the ball. Just a man-aside look here for Lake Michigan College to begin this first half. My name's Nate Wangler, joining you here for today, and a charge. E.J. Bowman, tough to the 10. An even better job by Champ Hayden to set his feet and draw the contact. The kid out of Charlotte wins it back for the Red Hawks with a chance to either tie or take the lead here in this first half. But it was the women's team for GRCC victorious in their matchup a little bit earlier. Dominant victory all told for CC. And one of their best with a career high on sophomore day, picking the right time to do it. A jumper off the glass. I guess the bank is open. I thought it was too late. Caleb Gatewood says otherwise. We're tied at 2. Floats it in from just north of the line. It's Bowman to set up this offense again for GRCC, and it's turned away as they'll take flight. Johnson gets an emphatic yell from his sidelines. A 4-point swing. CC doesn't have a response, but what a bucket down low. Man, Richards banging inside. 4-4 tie ball game here in this first half. It's setting up to be everything we thought it would. Haywood ends up hooking up and cutting Malik Raines. His second personal foul already in this first half, and that's a player that you really can't live without if you're GRCC. Really the trendsetter on the offensive side for the Raiders. Even at 4, Lake Michigan can take their first lead. That one spins out from distance. We got the last touch on it. CC did. Gatewood stepped back for a good look, sprayed it off the side of the rim, but they'll retain possession here with the score tied at 4. For this Lake Michigan College men's basketball team, 14 wins on the year. 3 off the inbound. Won't go, but it's batted around and Gatewood emerges. Flares it to the far end before getting it back himself on a charge to the rack. Strong off the glass in Lake Michigan College, a little 6-0 run. Take the 6-4 lead, 14-6 though on the season against 6-2, tied in first place in the Western Division. Time the foul going against Javon Swansea. His first personal here for the kid out of Evanston tonight. 6-2, again tied for first in the West, so this game really in no short order could decide who sits in sole possession. Lansing, the other team in the West, that is also at 6-2, so it's anybody's conference officially at this time. Taken away and finished off. Malik Raines, 2 for number 2, and now an 8-0 run and continuing to grow for Lake Michigan College. Floating one high off the glass, that time Comaret, no. Greenwood has been active. A 3-ball on the way, that falls. Champ Hayden trying to turn this team into a team of champions. Stretches the run to 11. And now it just seems like CC is scattered to the wind, trying desperately to find options. They need to break this drought inside to the man who got the last 2. Matt Richards. Little turnaround, layup off the glass, 11-6, lead is 5. And they can push the tempo, and will, but that one rolls off the side of the rim. Swansea cutting off the screen, leaves it short. Now time for Tyron Thomas to go to work. Poked free, but they're able to retain it with nearly 5 minutes gone, approaching our first media TO here in half number 1. A 3, that goes. Kiel from the next county over. The Raiders have cut that deficit down to just 2. All in all, as we talked about, a good shooting team this year. 36% from 3, but the Red Hawks have an answer. Javon Sweeney drains it from 3, 13-9, and then it's taken away. Turnovers, nearly leading to points, but sent aside at the net. Demhoff a block. Other way, nothing called at the 10. Tyron Thomas got turned around, but up and down we go. It's a track meet, and it's 2 for Champ Hayden. A little redemption after being denied at the bucket. 15-9, lead up to 6. And on the verge of our first media TO here tonight, Jake Saul, the head coach for Lake Michigan College. This one kicks out of bounds. Couldn't be corralled by Thomas. Number 1 on number 1 as Caleb Gatewood was guarding him, and now Thomas down to a kneeled position. Having some pain in his right leg. Trainer will go out and check on him, and we'll step aside for our first media TO here tonight. 14:27 to go in the opening half. Here, this matchup of number 1s on the GRCC Sports Network. Welcome back on the GRCC Sports Network. 15-9 the tally in favor of Lake Michigan College as they continue to check on Tyron Thomas along the baseline. It's interesting, Thomas was doing okay after the foul was called, but shortly thereafter went down to a knee and was kind of grabbing onto his leg area beneath the knee. Immediately called the trainers over to take a look at him, and he's still down on the court along the baseline. So still addressing him. Obviously a very important player on this GRCC team, you know, averaging 14 and 6 boards. Maybe more importantly for the kid out of Northview, the 23 graduate into his sophomore season here with GRCC. Looking to make a big push here towards the end of the year, and he'll get helped up back to his feet. Will be assisted off the floor, not putting any pressure on that right leg. So let's hope for the best for the sophomore. Obviously a tough sight for GRCC, and what has been somewhat of a cold first half for them shooting. Get you an official look at some of those numbers here momentarily. Inbound upcoming here for Lake Michigan College. Lead of 6, 14:27 to go in this first half. We say hello and welcome back on to everybody joining us here on the GRCC Sports Network here tonight. The Raiders 16-6 overall, 6-1 inside of the Western Division of the MCCAA. As Lake Michigan College will start again. Hot shooting start to this first half for them. A turnaround J that rims out. Offline from Kukendall. Raiders into the front court. E.J. Bowman already with a couple of personal fouls, but running the point has been the distributor for CC. And a battle inside. The River Raiders able to win out. McFadden, big man ball, makes it 15-11. Then a tray ball way offline. Looks like CC might have gotten a piece of that. How about a corner three? No. Off the side of the rim, clean look, just couldn't rip it. Could Nate Keel, that's typically his game. Does have one of those in this first half. Lead stays at 4. 16-6 overall though, against 6-1 in conference play. Is drawing contact at the 10. Kukendall, freshman out of Benton Harbor, Michigan, will head to the stripe for 2. But a win the last time out for GRCC, took on Kellogg Community College, and that was an offensive onslaught. 94 points in a 94-81 win. Distributed that scoring really all around in that game too, right here at the Grand Rapids Fieldhouse. First free throw offline, stays at just a 4-point lead for the Redhawks, 15-11 with 13:23 to play. But it was a game for one Matthew Richards, 17 points. How about 15 rebounds to go with in that game? This one glances off the back iron and in, and now Lake Michigan College, full court pressure, trying to take advantage of some early turnover issues for CC. They're able to break it. Kale on a cut, leaves it for a 3-point bomb. That can't go, but the ball kicks out as Keel will win the battle and corral it shy of the midpoint stripe. Keel steps through, and then a foul right in the heart of the paint. Pitch was cutting to the middle of the key, ended up getting hacked on his way there. It was Johnson with his first, 16-11 inbound baseline here for CC. But Richards, in that last game against Kellogg Community College was great. Ezekiel Jackson also had 13. No off the front of the rim from Keel, but what a rebound. Skying in pitch, and he's ripped down to the floor, and 2 at the stripe upcoming. Freshman out of Rockford, Michigan, the 6'7" product of the Rams. 2 here at the stripe. First one offline. As mentioned a little bit earlier, women's team, they put up 81 points in their victory here today against the same Lake Michigan College. So a doubleheader between these two, and yet still chasing down that number 1 spot in the West. Right now Lansing, the 4th ranked team in junior college basketball. So it is a long shot, but some might say it's doable. Second free throw, no good. Awkward deflection off the backboard as it's into the front court, and a fading jumper. Johnson good along the baseline. Haywood handles it into the front court as he looks near side. Now circles it back to the near end. Mitchell on a find. Tough to cover him up when he's that wide open. That's 6 tonight for Mitchell. And then a block. Sent aside. Comrade said, get that out of here. And then CC can't cap it off. Gatewood gets in on the blocking action. Back-to-back denials. Up and down we go. A straightaway three. No, off the glass. Demhoff a rebound as he runs into the front court and finds an open look. Pitch, no. Too strong. Now maybe both of these sides rather, going a little quiet on offense. CC just one for their last 4. But Lake Michigan College taking it straight to him. Gatewood barrels his way into the bucket. Men's team working it around the three-point line. Mitchell just north of the line, skips it out of bounds, looking for Haywood on a backdoor cut, but ends up skipping that one right out. Here's 11:28 to go in the first half, and a timeout taken. Maybe checking to see if they can get another look at this one. Nope, it is a timeout for GRCC. So CC burns a TO. We'll take one with them. 11:28 until we hit half here on the GRCC Sports Network. It's the only show in the MCCAA tonight. Grand Rapids Community College and Lake Michigan College in a battle for sole possession in the Western Division. Here in the MCCAA, they insert it back into the big man. And doing big man things. Matt Richards, another 2. I'll tell you what, he's going to transfer out and make some college or university very happy to have a big just like him. Corner 3 is bottom. Johnson, all green from 3. And then a whistle here that stops play. Ooh, looks like another player dragging here for GRCC. EJ Bowman is up and limping. Man, and a bad break for CC after Tyron Thomas came up lame a little bit earlier. Thomas is back onto the floor, speaking of which. He's actually going to come on to replace E.J. Bowman. And now Bowman will head to the table and get checked on. So CC getting beaten up early in this game, 23-15. It is the largest lead, 8 points for Lake Michigan College. And again, the only game inside the MCCAA here on this Friday night. More action coming up tomorrow. Richards, no. On the spin inside, sends it offline. And the Red Hawks will run. Gatewood a pump. Oh, left Richards in the dust. But he has it swatted at the 10. An angry denial and then a one-handed flush. Lucas pitch. Oh, and he does it again. But they're able to take it back and score it. Johnson on the second attempt. Pitch is sending him away left and right. Bumps from 3 that time before dumping it off to Keel, who will spin one back to him. Pitch. Can't put it through. A couple of skips off the rim, and it falls to the Red Hawks. Nearly halfway through this first half. Lake Michigan got another. Devon Shelton with a triple and a new largest lead in this first half. It's 28-17. Some early woes from GRCC. Some red hot shooting for the Red Hawks. Richards poked free. Gatewood, that long reach, and then a blocking foul. Ran through Keel on the way by. The Red Hawks will hold on to it as frustration maybe starting to boil over a little bit here for GRCC. So it'll be Shelton to check out of the game. We're at 9:39 to play. Our inside of 10. Next time around, play will stop because of a media timeout. 3. That is all green. Champ Hayden makes it a 14-point advantage. Community College, they need one. They won't get one. McFadden, no luck. The Red Hawks running in transition. And a midi that won't go as Keel skies up with 2 hands and pulls it in. Off to pitch, fires from 3, kisses it off the front of the rim, and then it's poked away down low. But out of bounds it goes. McFadden was able to pull it in. 6'6" freshman out of Flint, Michigan. A lot of promise with him. Nearly gets the inbound. Instead, Keel watches it go off his leg, and the Red Hawks run to a high arcing bucket off the glass. Johnson tricky with those 2. 33-17. The Red Hawks right now on a run here in Beer City. 33-17. We'll work on getting you guys those updated stats as soon as possible. But right now, all you need to know, 16-point lead in favor of the Red Hawks here on the GRCC Sports Network. (33-17) in the first half. Red Hawks, new largest lead with 8:43 to go until halftime. By the way, wanted to update you guys on something very quickly as Keel gets it ripped clean into the front court, almost poked free, batted around, but finally pulled in by McFadden. His pitch, drop it off to Tyron Thomas. They steer it inside to McFadden. Backs his way into a bucket off the glass, 33-19, but the live stats for this game are not on the correct game. They're on the women's game right now. As a barrel inside and a charge. Hard one at that. Thomas takes the shoulder that time. Hugendahl, team's 4th, his first here, 33-19 with 8:10 to go. So trying my best to give you guys updated stats on everything that's going on in this game, but just letting you know that if you're not getting those updates as quickly as you'd like them, there's a reason for that. So I'm going to continue to try and get those updated stats for you. But I can't tell you what the score is, and right now the Red Hawks establishing themselves in this first half inside of 8 minutes. To the corner, and poked free out of bounds. Zach Carlson trying to work it back to the top of the key, poked out of bounds. In a GRCC timeout here with 7:50 to go until we hit half. Red Hawks in front by 14 on the GRCC Sports Network. 33-19, the lead for Lake Michigan College. Off the inbound, CC. 4 seconds to shoot. Need to hoist. Oh, and McFadden off the oop, a flush for the Raiders. 33-21. Yeah, that's one thing that CC says they've liked about him. Joe Fox has talked about his vertical ability. Shows it off that time. And then Zach Carlson to take away. And it's sent away. Oh, look out. Champ Hayden, the chase down. Carlson felt all that. CC able to hold on to possession, though. So we'll inbound this one for the baseline. Looking for Richards. They find him in the corner. CC a drive spell. Carlson can't fix it. Kicks off the rim, but it's taken back. McFadden nearly an and one. Kicks off the rim, frustrated. Muncie commits the foul, and McFadden 2 at the stripe. CC going with a little bit of a bigger lineup here. They got McFadden. As well as Richards out on the floor. First from McFadden is good on the free throw. Slices that lead down to 11. But I guess while we're looking at the women's game, I know I mentioned this earlier, Avery Piot, sophomore for this GRCC women's basketball program, ended up breaking her career record, 33 points in that 81-point victory for that team. And congratulations to that sophomore out of Sparta. I know trying to continue her basketball career into the new year. New year that is next year. A lob. Ho, ho, ho! And how about a response? Oh my, get up or get out of the way. Gatewood punches it on Richards. And he'll get one more at the line. The free throw offline, Richards a rebound. And some style points here in this first half, and that'll bring the bench alive. Haywood finds McFadden. Richards goes up strong. And a response for the big man. 2 points to cut it down to just 10. They can make it 3 for their last 3 possessions. Cutting to the left and fouled by Carlson is Malik Rains. And he'll head to the line for a pair. Here was 6:31 until we hit a break. Looking on Joe Fox, head coach in his 5th year here with GRCC. Assistant coaches, DeQuavion Stuckey, Bennett Sinner, his first season. Used to play at Aquinas College, now assisting here at GRCC. First free throw rattles home. Makes it 36-25. And Carter Thomas, also in his first year. DeQuavion Stuckey's actually been with Joe Fox every year he's been here at CC. 5 years along his side. And for Joe Fox, building the CC team from the bottom up. Haywood. Inside Richards. Tries to skip it inside to Fadden, but throws it immediately into pressure as Malik Rains. Forces it inside where a finger roll is offline. Champ Hayden couldn't circle it in. Tyron Thomas getting bumps from Greenwood here. Now finally called for the foul. Caleb Gatewood, that is. And an inbound upcoming here for Tyron Thomas. Coming up next for GRCC, though, on the road against Southwestern College, February the 11th, 14th, Marion and Killa. And Glen Oaks Community College on the 18th, so 3 games away from home Another ball poked free and capped off at the rim. Carlos Berry, the sophomore, who's towards the top of this team in takeaways. Program that has been very good at forcing turnovers on the opposite end this year. The trend continues tonight. Richards gets the switch he wants on the rolling action, but Gatewood forces them to switch back on the good defense. Tyron Thomas feeling healthy now. Won't go on the layup. Richards, no. Thomas, yes, on the third try. Persistence paying off for the Raiders. Again, the new mascot, the River Raiders here at CC. A three. Circles in and out from Johnson. Pulled in by Haywood. We enter the final quarter of this first half. Richards steers it to Thomas. No on the layup attempt, but he is fouled. So 2 upcoming for him. Johnson got him on the arm, and now 2 at the stripe. Here for the aforementioned Tyron Thomas. Second on the team in scoring this year is Thomas. Northview High School right up the way here from GRCC, a local kid, local product here from GR. Looking to transfer out and make an impact once he's done here at JUCO, but was second team all-conference a season ago for GRCC. Western Conference all-freshman team. Played in all 30 games. The River Raiders just a season ago. 2-time OK White Conference champ, district champ, actually made the state semifinal in 2022. So he was great in the high school ranks. James and Jessica, and his father and mother, now trying to improve on his journey here at GRCC, see where he can't land. 3-pointer offline, 4:30 to go until halftime. And a tough take. Comerit navigating his way through a sea of black. 31-38. And a rise for Mitty. That's offline that time. Carlos Berry couldn't find the distance. Pitch, who's been very active in this first half. A lob for McFadden. Backs his way in. Can't put it through. Pitch, a rebound. Third try. No, offline. Contact underneath. Ripped back by Keel, and he's fouled. Almost an and one situation. Gatewood got him with the body. And Keel will head to the free throw stripe, but an inside 5 media timeout with 3:59 to go in our opening stanza. It's a battle. Couple of posters, couple of dunks. Whole lot of action and a 7-point lead for the Red Hawks as we take a break with 3:59 to go until half here on the GRCC Sports Network. So free throws upcoming here for GRCC. First one up and true. Nate Kyle getting a couple of opportunities here at the line for CC with 3:59 to go in this first half. Both of them good. That lead now down to just 5 for the Red Hawks. CC on a little bit of a run, 11-5. Here's we cut inside of 4 minutes after that latest media TO. It's been a high-flying, competitive game all throughout tonight. And the Red Hawks trying to extend that lead. Just 2 possessions, 7 to shoot. A pump from 3, now a J from the baseline. And it looks like getting a piece of that one on the way past may have been Comaret. Here he comes, Kyle a 3, and a bomb that won't go, but pitch on the follow. No luck there, but free throws upcoming. Pitch pursuing that rebound, comes up just short of the putback attempt. He'll get 2 at the line either way. 6'7" freshman out of Rockford can do a lot of things with the basketball. He can move, he can jump. That time just comes up short of the putback. And that one's good. So makes it 38 to 35. Just a 1-possession game. It's been a while since just 3 minutes into this first half. CC seeing an opportunity to take this game right back. 15 to shoot. Man-on-man basketball. A midi from the free throw line that won't go. Pulled in by CC's Muxlow. A lob, and Kyle there. Muxlow finishes. Puts the lob to Kyle. Lead is down to 1. It's 38-37. And that run continues. Some energy back on the CC sidelines. Slipping all over the floor of the Red Hawks. Just 6 to shoot. 4 to shoot. Taking it inside. McFadden, a denial. And they say it's clean. 1 second to shoot. It's going to have to be a catch and shoot here for Lake Michigan College after the block from McFadden. They do get it in, and it won't go at the buzzer. Wuxlow, who had the arrow the last possession, on the assist, pulls in the rebound and stops atop the key. Comaret, a couple of jab steps. Kyle, back to the corner. Guess who? Wuxlow, no. Ooh, it's circled in and out. Lake Michigan College got away with 1. Inside of 2 minutes, 1:52 until halftime. And a welcome on to everyone joining us here on the GRCC Sports Network tonight. Game 2 of our doubleheader action. In towards the bucket. Now floater, rattles around but rattles out. 0 for their last 5 possessions are Lake Michigan College. And it opens the door for CC to take just their second lead since being up 4-2. Pitch, fades, and fills it. Just north of the 10, able to score it on the hook. It's 39-38. The Red Hawks looking for something before halftime. The well has gone dry. Poked away by McFadden. Scramble for it on the ground. And a jump ball. One back by GRCC, and a once emphatic, excited sidelines for Lake Michigan College has since fallen silent. Minute 32, or rather minute 02, and a timeout for GRCC. Sensing blood in the water and looking for a few more good possessions before it's all said and done here in the first half. Lead is 1 with 1:02 to go on the GRCC Sports Network.
Seriously, to this day, I'm still very much young. Seems like such a cool place to be. It's a cool place to visit.
Just a minute left to go. 60 seconds on the clock and a 1-point lead for GRCC. McFadden on a cut, can't finish at the rack. But a foul on the help side defense that rotated over. And that means he'll get a chance at the stripe.
Number 10 against the Red Hawks. McFadden shooting 2.
Kukendall ended up getting him on that one. And now McFadden will go to the stripe. Makes it first, extends that lead out to 2, now 40-38.
Carlson back in for the Raiders, replacing Bowman. Number 11 Michelle in for the Red Hawks, replacing Kuykendall.
The second one is true. So 2 for 2 for McFadden from the stripe. Inside of a minute, 49 seconds now to play. LMC gets their and one. Schulman. Shelton, that is, able to finish at the rack. Draws the contact and one more at the stripe with a chance to tie it at 41. And how about this game between 2 number 1s in the West? The story continues to develop in front of our eyes. Double-digit lead for Lake Michigan College has since evaporated. We've had a couple of dunks on both sides. Some emphatic high-flying action, and we're not done just yet. Haywood fires from 3, can't fill it. Went down with an apparent injury earlier, but it looks like he's okay, and then a foul the other way. Champ Hayden tried to go up and underneath, got a bump, gets 2 at the stripe, 32.6. Play here in this first half. Champ Hayden will approach the stripe. First is good for him. Ties it up at 41. Coming up at halftime, we'll take a look at our halftime stats. Everything that went down in half number 1. Here between, again, 2 number 1s in the West, and right now playing like it. Some high-flying, fun action between CC and Lake Michigan College. Wouldn't have it any other way. As Haywood steps into the front court now with 22 seconds to play. Joe Fox, tell everyone to back off. Wait until probably about 10 seconds to run the play. Haywood, side to side, Haywood to the tin, no. Pitch able to get a hand on it, and then it's poked away out of bounds by the aforementioned Haywood. Tried to pull it in, but taps it out of bounds now with 4.3 to play. Hotly contested first half, nothing solved, nothing concluded. Can they get a buzzer beater? Oh! And the cherry on top! A buzzer beater to end the half, 44-41. Malik Raines making it rain to end the half, and it's a 3-point lead for the Red Hawks. We'll take a step aside. Raines puts LMC back in the driver's seat here on the GRCC Sports Network. 44-41. It's a 3-point lead in favor of Lake Michigan College. As we say, a warm welcome back in to Gordon Hunsberger Arena in this battle of number ones in the West. We'll give you a look at our standings update around the MCCAA a little bit later. Right now, a 3-point advantage in favor of the Red Hawks. Still trying to get those live stats up and going. Rising from just inside the line. Gatewood flushes it. After that poster dunk a little bit earlier, Richards back out on the floor against him. Haywood steps through his screen, now looks for another one from Richards and gets it as he skips it right back to the big man. Ooh. He was fouled as he was rolling to the bucket. Sorry about that. And it's inbounded to Richards. Haywood looking through his screen. And now a three. All bottom. Haywood hits on the three. And in a big spot, too. That lead down to 2. Fighting his way through, looking for a reverse layup, but nowhere to get it off. Champ Hayden got a bump, and now Haywood carries it to the elbow before looking forward. And maybe waiting for a screen here as that shot clock cuts inside at 20. It'll be Richards to step up. Slips through it and gets it poked free. Skying by to rip that one away. Champ Hayden, who skips it inside for Gatewood. And then he travels. Ends up carrying the ball there. Wins it back for GRCC. As Richards will talk to the referee. Getting a bump on the other end. Nearly a minute and a half gone here in the second half. Haywood, ooh, sneaky. Up and in, up and underneath. Back to tie it all at 46. And again, from all the predictions that we've seen floating around, this was the result that we expected. High-flying, close, competitive game. It's been that way throughout. Gatewood, no. On the midi, just north of the free throw line is Richards. Hands off, Haywood. Drops the bomb. Threes in consecutive trips for Haywood. The lead is 3 at 49-46. Cutting in towards the bucket, a bump, no call, but Gatewood able to finish it off on the other side. Reigns, no. Now CC runs, and an and one. Tyron Thomas gets the contact and the bucket to go. And can stretch it to 2 possessions with a free throw at the stripe. Tyron Thomas approaching the stripe for 1 here. And makes it. 52-48, lead is 4 in favor of GRCC. And a warm welcome in to everyone joining us here tonight. Appreciate your tutelage. Drive in towards the bucket, layup won't go. Chetwood tried to sky in for the rebound, but instead it's Tyron Thomas who comes away with it. It nearly gives it away. Is able to get it away. And then a foul committed by Hayden. As it was Muxlow who pulled it into his chest. Inbound to the far end here for Muxlow with a 4-point lead in favor of the Raiders. Inbound here for GRCC. Haywood pulls up. Can't bury it. Was looking for his 3rd consecutive. Puts that one offline. We were talking a little bit in that first half about this young man who finishes right up past Richards. Gatewood good on the layup attempt, and I believe pitch Might have gotten an elbow or something nearby, maybe just slipped on the floor. Officials timeout. You're at 52-50 with 16:57 to go, so we'll take a step aside pitch. A little gingerly back to his feet. You're on the GRCC Sports Network. Actually, they're just going to inbound it here, just giving pitch a chance to get off the floor. But the River Otters is now what they've been rebranded to here at GRCC. The River Raiders, if you will. Haywood kicks to the far end and a three. Falls short. Wuxlow had the angle, couldn't find the bucket. To the baseline they charge. Rains gets a bump. Haywood got him with the body, and that means Rains will go to the stripe here for two. What we were talking about during the last broadcast about Otters and what makes Otters different. And it was actually cool when you look at it with GRCC changing their logo, just kind of a rebranding going with the Otter. Rains offline on his first free throw. There's actually a lot of things that went into that. They talked about the values of Otters. They're resilient, they're community focused, they're clever, they're energetic, and I believe that GRCC embodies all of those things. Went through some of these fun facts during the women's game, so it only feels right and fitting to do so during this one. Rain's good on the free throw. 52-51 the lead. Haywood will get the inbound. Charges into the front court, leaves it in the corner, and McFadden too strong, but Richards there, and an and one to go. Muscles his way inside and draws the contact too. Devon Shelton got him on the foul. Richards will go to the line. 17, a career high for Richards. And now he'll go to the stripe for a free throw. Here to stretch that lead back to 4. And it's good. But an Otter, favorite food sushi, favorite hobbies, swimming and diving in the summer, and sliding on snowy riverbanks in the winter. So they're multifaceted. Chatwood, all bottom. Rattles around, rattles home, and a quick response for the Red Hawks. Laying off of him at the three-point line. An interesting choice against a team that is very proficient at shooting the three-point ball. Haywood, ripped away. And guess who? Devon Shelton inside, and it's sunk Gatewood over top of Richards. Looking for Haywood in the corner. CC gets it there with almost 5 minutes gone in the second half. Kyle cuts to the paint and travels. Thought he drew contact. 15:27 to go and an under 16 media timeout here in the second half. 1 point lead for the Red Hawks. This seems like the battle of number ones. It's been that way all night, and it continues that way here on the GRCC Sports Network. Nearly 25 minutes gone tonight, and we've decided nothing. 1 point separating these two. Nearly make it 3. Devon Shelton put the shoulder down, tried to spin off the fadeaway, won't go though. Kyle throws it away, trying to steer it to McFadden, but a little bit behind him, kicks off his hand and out of bounds. Now Kyle will check out. Ty Thomas will take a step on here for CC. They need to find a way to get the ball in, finally do. Malik Raines not really paying attention, but now gets into the backcourt, and we'll start things up the court. It's Devon Shelton. Gives it off for a floater. That is ripped. Ukadol. Nothing but net on that hook shot. 58-55. Oh, nice on the spin move. Demoff doing the thing. Now Raines finds Gatewood, who pumps from the elbow and now jabs past McFadden, but nowhere to go. Instead of Raines, ho-ho! Scores it on the finger roll. Gets the harm too, and one more at the line after the bump from McFadden. In a night tonight that has consisted of strong takes to the 10, just like that one. And Malik Raines, another chance here at the line to make it 3. And it's good. We were talking about the properties of an otter, clever and resourceful. Malik Raines actually fits that too. McFadden poked away. Johnson got to it. As now he cuts in with the left. Can't scoop it and score it on the reverse. Nearly ripped away, but Tyron Thomas will run. Fires it to an open Haywood, who scorches it from distance. 61-60, lead back down 2-1. In a fight for the rebound, that will be a jump ball, and it's CC ball. River Raiders wanted a foul called there. They get the jump ball. Happy in one respect because they do get the jump ball, but wanted something else called there. CC will get it, though, with a chance to take the lead here with 13:43 to play until half. Finishing up those otter facts. So they love swimming and diving and sliding on snow. Special skills. They use polished river stones to open shells, and solve small puzzles. So using stones. We use basketballs. That's kind of like a stone. Kyle fades and fills it. In the paint, it's 2 for Kyle. And it's the lead back in favor of the Raiders, 62-61. Favorite color is blue, maybe yellow, maybe both, maybe white. That's what I'm thinking. And never challenge a River Raider to a breath-holding competition. They can hold their breath for 8 minutes. I wish I could hold my breath for 8 minutes. That'd be great. Gatewood rips it on the mid-ranger. Back and forth we go. A couple of changes of possession. CC can make it 3 on this possession. That'd be really useful to be able to hold your breath for 8 minutes. Tell you what, Wuxlow hooked up as he tried to drive in towards the bucket. Shelton got him, his 3rd personal, team foul number 5. As Wuxlow will look to get this one in, and does to Tyron Thomas. Thomas back to him in the corner, and he buries it. Wuxlow rips it from the perimeter. And 3-point shooting has come alive for CC. The lead is 2 for the Raiders. I know we were taking a peek at what else is happening in and around the conference. Again, the only game here today, but more coming up tomorrow. In Lansing Community College taking on Kazoo Valley Community College. Not likely they're going to lose that one, but still holding out hope that if CC wins today and they lose tomorrow, it's their conference to lose. Offline by Gatewood, the other number 1, and Thomas pulls it in, and a lob to Kyle, but he can't finish it off. The Red Hawks run, and a foul before the shot attempt. It will be a baseline inbound. Kyle got Barry on the body. Bowman to the bench, pitch to check back in for him here for CC. So matchup between Lansing and KZoo tomorrow, and a big one obviously we're going to be keeping our eyes on. CC playing here tonight. Gatewood turned aside. Pitch a clean block, but I don't believe it was pitch on the foul. Rather, they're going to say it was number 12 and Jared Demoff. No, Gatewood to shoot 2. First one good, and sometimes one of my guilty pleasures of watching games in this gym, you can hear a lot of what the bench has to say and getting an idea versus what Jake Saul is saying right now of what they want to do. Lock things down, 65 all. 11:58 to go in the second half. Tyron Thomas frees himself up with the body and puts it in the bottom of the bucket. Lead is 2 for GRCC. They have not led by more than 4 all game. Offline on that mid-range jumper. Can't find the distance to Gatewood. They can stretch it back to 4 or maybe 5 with a 3 as Thomas pours on the brakes on the three-point line and looks for a screen. He will get one from Wuxlow. Thomas spins to his right, throws it up, and draws the call. Will still get 2 at the stripe, certainly off balance, but enough contact from Kuykendall. And now a pair at the line with a 2-point lead when we come back. 11:24 to play in the second half. Raiders and the Red Hawks fighting for that number 1 spot in the West here on the GRCC Sports Network. Tyron Thomas at the line for GRCC in a 67-65 lead here with 11:24 to go in the second half. First one offline here from Thomas. It is the Hunger Games here tonight at GRCC, raising money. Help starving families. Second free throw good. Makes it 68-65. One of those events every year that just means so much to this community. By the way, we just got our live stats up, so let's give you a look at some of those here momentarily. Apologize for that. It was on the wrong game for the majority of this one today, but finally do have it up and going, so we'll take a peek here in just a moment. Only a 2-point game, and that mid-ranger not online from Chapman. Kyle carries it into the front court here for GRCC. No surprise, Gatewood leading the way in scoring for LMC. He has 23. Thomas, no on his try. Kyle on the foul. 70-65, 5 points and a little more breathing room for CC. Thompson, no. Gatewood, nearly the putback dunk. Wuxlow kicks it out for a 3. Offline. Thomas battling for the rebound, and it's back to the Red Hawks with just 10 and some change to go. On the other side for CC, a lot more dispersed. 13 for Bowman, 13 for Richards. Getting that career single game high for Richards, 17 on the bench right now, the kid out of Byron Center for Grand Rapids Community College. But Thomas with 10, of course, has had limited minutes tonight due to the injury scare a little bit earlier, and Kyle with 11. So a little bit all over the place for CC, but Gatewood has been the storyline for the Red Hawks. Wide of the bucket, down low. Carlos Berry gives it off, and then stonewalled is Malik Raines. Ran into Wuxlow. Working it around into the corner for pitch. Takes it baseline. Tries to Euro step his way into a reverse, but instead Wuxlow will give it off. Oh, my goodness. And a tackle in the lane. Oh, my goodness, and they called it a jump ball. Wow. Man, it looked like he reached around him to get it, but they call it a jump ball. Caught me by surprise, caught CC by surprise. But one back by the Red Hawks. Kyle gets a bump. Now Thomas leaning and gets the whistle that time. Leaning over on Swansea, whistle goes against him. Kukiandal, by the way, 4 personal fouls. Bowman with 4 personals on the side of GRCC. Nobody else really in foul trouble. 2 for Kyle, 2 for Demhoff, 2 for McFadden, and 3 for Shelton on the other side, as well as Hayden with 3 for the Red Hawks. 9:23 to go in the second half. A 3-point rainbow that won't go, but it kicks down to the Red Hawks. And a midi. It won't happen on the second try. Champ Hayden, no, and then intercepted. Skying in Johnson. Now jabs to the paint and gets a bump. Jared Demhoff just got enough of him. Now he will go to the free throw stripe. Here with 9:02 remaining. GRCC scoreless in the last minute 43. LMC trying to end what's been a 2-minute and 53-second drought. Shooting here tonight for both sides is the first one off the back iron, no good. 48.1% from the field for GRCC, 25% from 3. For LMCU, 43.3 from the field, 42.9 from 3-point distance. Albeit haven't attempted nearly as many as CC. Second free throw good. 4 points the lead. Haywood. We got hot from distance in that first half. Bowman, that is. Inside Kyle, jarred free. But a foul from behind by Johnson. They are in the foul, so that means Kyle will go to the free throw line here for a 1-and-1. CC scoreless in the last 2 minutes, so this will certainly help in that regard. Now we were talking about Lansing Community College. They have a matchup tomorrow. Again, will decide a lot as the way the rest of the season goes. The other matchups, though, Wayne County Community College and Jackson College, 3 o'clock start time. Jackson, Michigan, Alpena Community College, Muskegon CC at 3 o'clock. And St. Clair Community College against Oakland CC. That's a 3 o'clock start game as well. A few more of those matchups after this possession. Johnson, 14 to shoot. Skipping through the heart, Shelton leans and puts it through. Good on the finger roll. He practices that move during warm-ups, and it works out for him that time down the floor. In the corner, Kyle. All green. and one they desperately needed. Lead is 7. It's their largest of the game. And the bench feeling it. 3 for their last 4 possessions, and a takeaway. And 2 at the line. Demhoff a steal. And that means 2 at the stripe when we come back. Committed by Raines. It's the Raiders by 7. They can make it 9. It's been a long fight today, and it's only going to get longer here as we get towards the end. 7:55 to go here on the GRCC Sports Network. Jared Demhoff to the line for 2 here for GRCC. The lead is at 7 with 7:55 to go in the second half. Demhoff offline on his first free throw. For CC, when it comes to free ones tonight, they've been great, 83.3% from the line. Only 53% on the other side for the Raiders, and again, that makes a difference. They've had 15 tries at the stripe tonight. They've left 7 on the line. Gatewood leading the way in scoring. Tries to play it off the glass, but no good. Just enough pressure from the River Raiders. Nearly an over and back there for CC, but then it's ripped free. Gatewood misses the dunk. Raines gets it back. No good, offline. And the people here inside of Gordon Hunsberger Arena having a good laugh about that one. Gatewood is so vertically inclined. Not good on that try. Ho-ho! And then nearly a poster the other way. Out for blood was Demhoff. Can't get it to go. How about a second try? He will fly and miss it. Oh, the rim turned him away. What is going on? The rim's the best defender right now. GRCC's Kyle still able to score it. And then a fadeaway midi that's pure from Shelton. 78-70, a weird game right now. Thomas inside Demhoff, too strong off the glass. But a bump on his way there from Swansea, and now he'll get 2 at the line with a chance to make it 10. Demhoff. This is the first one at the stripe.
And we have a line change for LMC. Counting 0, Johnson, 11, Selly.
Demhoff will get another one at the line here for GRCC. The remainder of those matchups we were talking about around the conference, Southwestern Michigan, Kellogg Community College. That one actually coming up on the 7th. That's tomorrow. Yeah, so that makes sense. Kirtland Community College against Delta College. Second one good. From Demhoff, 79-70, 3-possession game. Bay College, Montcalm Community College. North Central taking on Mid-Michigan. As a reverse is sent away by Wickslow, but they say he got him with the body. Jordan Johnson will approach the stripe for 2. And absolutely beside himself, Joe Fox looking for an explanation, won't get one he likes, and so now 2 at the stripe. But Henry Ford College, Macomb Community College, then Marion and Glen Oaks to wrap up all the action around the MCCAA tomorrow. Free throw offline. Second one on the way. Good. Get it into Kyle. And a foul right there. End up getting it ripped back on the inbound. Maselli. Now Kyle will walk the length of the floor, and maybe a benefit here for GRCC. They are in the foul. So 2 free throws upcoming here for Kyle Johnson. Now 4 personals tonight. First one's good. And Bowman really the only one in foul trouble on the other side for CC. He's got 4 of them. But the Raiders can once again stretch it back to 10. (81-51), 6:14 to play in our second half. Barry lofts it out to the three-point line, and a little reverse ends up falling. GRCC able to get the ball in, but swarming pressure here from the Red Hawks. Dante Maselli on that last bucket. Mason Parks. Richards poked away from him. Tried to pull it in and got it jarred free. Through the key. No. Jordan Johnson offline. Kyle off to Demhoff. He is a ways away from the bucket, but nobody near. Trying to find Ty Thomas. Kicks out of bounds. Bowman back in, Wuxlow to the sidelines. As they circle it to Kyle just inside the free throw line. Richards, a pump. Richards into the 10. And some light footwork for the big man. 15 tonight for Richards. Thomas ding up. Richards, a denial. Ripped it away, that time from a cutting Maselli. And then a kicked ball violation. E.J. Bowman talking to Mitchell, or rather Richards a little bit. Trying to make sure he gets that ball after the rebound. They lead by 10 inside of 5 minutes, now 4:55. A lob into the front court. Demhoff throws it away, had Richards in the middle, but too strong. Kicks off his hand, and then Maselli. A pump, and then can't bury it. A true mid-range look. He can't take advantage. 10 points the lead. CC staring down. Maybe their most important win of the season. Demhoff, Thomas, fouled in the middle. Little give and go, and he draws the bump that time from Maselli. And now he will go to the line. Especially going into a long road trip coming up for Grand Rapids Community College can only serve to help this team getting wins and stacking wins where they can. Good on the free one. And while quiet, a very productive night for Thomas tonight. Richards a double-double, 15 and 12. Again, 2 away from tying his single game high. But for Thomas, now 12 points tonight. but 8 rebounds. He's second in rebounding tonight for the Raiders. Richards with 12 rebounds tonight. Thomas with 8 of them, and then a pair of 7s. Pitch was great in that first half on the boards, and Wuxlow was 7 as well. Mitty spins off, Richards on the board. They can expand their largest lead of 12. Kyle barreling inside, kicks off for Demhoff, who looked like he traveled. Nothing called. Wuxlow finds Richards, who kicks to Kyle, and then back to Demhoff. 12 to shoot. Demhoff rises and can't finish, but he still has the contact. Ukendall, the foul, and now that'll mean he'll have to come out of the game. Foul number 5 for him. And that means Champ Hayden will come back in to replace him. But before the free throws, the Raiders, 3 for their last 4 possessions. They forced a scoreless streak stretching over 2 minutes, and it's why they lead it by 12. They control their destiny in this one on the GRCC Sports Network. Demhoff with 2 at the line here for GRCC, makes his first. That means 7 points tonight here for him. More importantly, their largest lead of the game here at 86-73, and at the right time with just 3:59 to go. Demhoff good on a second. 87-73, it's 14. Gatewood has been the answer in a lot of ways tonight. Not this time, though. Demhoff turns him aside, and Ty Thomas circles to the baseline. Ooh, and steps through, but just can't put it in. Kyle pokes it free. Michelli, a pump, and then a fire from 3. Rattles home, or rattles out, I should say. Gatewood can't pull in the rebound. CC still pouring on the gas here, even late in the second half with 3:25 to go. Bowman off to Wuxlow, who has also been productive at times tonight. Only 3 points, but still helping out on the boards. 7 boards, 3 assists. And then a 3. Back iron, no good. Aforementioned Wuxlow trying to sky in to get it, but can't get there. Demhoff offline. And then Kyle sends it away. They're going to say it was on the arm, got Johnson. 2 at the free throw stripe here.
2 shots for Johnson.
Free throw good.
Now in for the Red Hawks, number 22, Parks, replacing number 5, Hayden.
And that one good as well.
Now Richards in for the Raiders, replacing Thomas. And in for the Red Hawks, Ernest Williams, 24, replacing number 0, Jacob Johnson.
Kyle into the front court, Lake Michigan College. trying to force some turnovers here late in this game. CC seems like controlling their own destiny. Demhoff. Ooh, wiggles his way to an opening. And they're loving that on the CC bench. Gatewood bangs it home from 3. And hopefully some late life if you're Lake Michigan College. 26 tonight for him. But he's gone cold late in the second half. They needed that to get him back in the fight. Lead is 11 with 2:35 to play here on the GRCC Sports Network. (89-78), lead is 11. Not quite desperation time for Lake Michigan College and the Red Hawks, but it's starting to get there. Demhoff able to carry it into the front court here for the River Raiders. 2:25, and a win here today would set them up for a potential either tie with Lansing in number 1, or they take the lead. Richards right up and underneath. Fights it past Emmett Williams. Williams looking to skip it back door. Puts it right off the foot of Bowman. Out of bounds, lead is 13. Kuykendall being out of this game, probably a big blow for the Red Hawks too. Now kind of forcing Emmett Williams into action. They are able to get this one into Gatewood. Poked free by Demhoff. (91-78), lead is 13 inside of 2. Deep tray. Oh, all nylon. E.J. Bowman. Travel on the other side, and Kyle forces it. And E.J. Bowman, 16 tonight, 4 of those coming from the three-point line. And that may be the dagger. Ty. Pure on the layup, and Ty Thomas also emerging late in the second half. Big time finish there. Sherry getting one for good measure here for the Red Hawks, but 16 points the lead, and in a flash for GRCC. Demhoff to the 10. And that means that GRCC is one loss from Lansing Community College away from sole possession of the Western Division in the MCCAA. As we play out the final stretch here, traveling gives it back to the River Raiders. Inbound here along the baseline. Bowman dribbles it into the front court. 15 seconds separating shot and game. Now takes it himself and scores it on the finger roll. An even 100. in a fitting round number on a night where CC needed a win in order to establish their spot atop the conference. Masheri a good 3. Bowman will carry it into the front court. And the GRCC River Raiders were on a mission tonight to help themselves get to the top of the mountain. And it seems they've taken one step closer as the final seconds wear off the clock, and CC is one loss away from being in sole possession. 100-83 in the final tonight. The River Raiders get it done. 17 points for Richards, 18 points for Bowman. Thomas adding 14. And Kyle with a good game tonight, 20 points as well. And Richards another double-double, 17 and 13 in this game. And nearly a double-double for Thomas, 14 and 9. As GRCC gets the W against Lake Michigan College in an important one. You're looking forward to the rest of this regular season. Coming up next, February the 11th on the road, they got Southwestern. Also on the road, February the 14th and February the 18th, Glen Oaks Community College. Before wrapping up the regular season at home, Kazoo Valley Community College on the 21st. And then Lansing Community College to finish off the regular season. So even if they don't lose, even if they win the rest of the way, if GRCC can match them step for step, you know what that means. One game to decide it all at the very end. Let's hope it doesn't get to that point. Let's hope for a little good luck for this team tomorrow. But for tonight, they get the win, 100-83. And until we talk to you next time, so long, everybody.